class. Today I will be going over a vocabulary tutorial in order for you guys to learn more about this resource and have something in your toolbox to use with your students to increase their vocabulary. So, Vocabulary is a cool website that allows students to engage in learning vocabulary using rap. Rap is a fun way for students to learn things, and also it's just a creative and different type of learning environment. The first thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to log in as a teacher. So if you want to log in as a teacher, you go to the top and you hit log in. It'll bring you to a screen where you will either put in your email or username and password, or you can use your login credentials for Google or Office 365. Since I have Google credentials, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like to log in with Google. So you hit log in with Google and then it'll direct you to another sign-in sheet. You'll click on your account that you have with Google, and then it'll take you to your home page as a teacher. This home page allows you to view your classes and also different videos or resources you can use to teach a lesson for your class. Now, you probably ask yourself, how am I going to create a class in order to assign assignments to my students? Well, I'm going to show you. You go to My Classes, and then you have the option to create a class or import a class. Now, if you want to import a class, you have to have Google Classroom. If you use Google Classroom, you're able to import any class off of Google Classroom straight into Flocabulary, which I think is cool because I use Google Classroom. Now, if you want to just create a new class, you go to create a class, and then you put in the name of the class that you would like to create. You put in their grade level and then the subject that you teach or that you want to explore with your kids. So they have an elementary filter and also a text to speech. Text to speech allows students to have the highlighted text read it aloud to them. And then the elementary feature prevents younger students from discovering units that touch on sensitive topics like war and violence. So I love this option for our elementary students because it makes sure that everything our students that is watching is age appropriate for them. All right. So then you hit create new class, and then it will give you the option to email invitations to your students, or you can write down the class code or copy it. And then once students are logging in, they'll have this class code that they'll just put in to get them joined into Flocabulary. So here's the website that students can use. And then that code that they gave you, they'll put it right here, and then they'll finish filling out the information accordingly. Okay? So how do you view or how do you create an assignment for students? In order to do that, you go to lessons, and since I teach language arts, I'm going to go there, and then you pick a unit that you want to discover. So say if I wanted to do grammar for my students. If I want my students to learn anything about verbs, I can click on verbs, and then it'll provide an assignment for students or several assignments for students to engage in to learn about verbs. Now, this is a video that students can watch, and it's a rap video.
V to the E to the R to the B's. Everywhere I go, that's all I see.
So you see, it's just a rap video that teaches them how to use verbs and what verbs are. Once students are done listening to the video, they can listen to it again, but they can listen to it with you. And what you can do is you can hit discuss, which is an option, and the video will pause at key moments and provide questions for students to discuss. So this is done as a whole class. So after students view the video by themselves independently, you can call for the whole class to come together and view the video for a second time with questions to discuss. I love this tool. It's amazing. Okay. Also, if you need students to, and I have to be logged in, which I should be logged in. If you want students to have a hard copy of the lyrics so that they can highlight information or just have something to look at as you guys watch the video, that option is provided as well. So they give you the lyrics that you can print out for the students to look at. Okay. And also a quick review. So you can go over this with your students. The vocab cards are actually awesome because it allows students to engage in the vocabulary by writing about the word or drawing about the word. So it gives them the vocab word with its definition in a sentence as an example. Students' job is to go in and either write a sentence using the word or give an example of the word. If they don't want to do that, they can draw what that word means to them. So action, a thing someone does or performs. So they can draw someone performing or doing something. After that, they have a vocab game that is really awesome that they can engage in, and basically they'll match the term with its definition. All right, it'll go to the next one. All right. And then they have read and response, which is awesome. So they'll read something and they'll respond to what they read. And then also they have a quiz after they're done. So vocabulary gives them a lot of different ways to engage and explore the vocabulary. Also, they have Lyric Lab, and I think this is cool because it's for our creative students. It allows them to create their own rhyme about verbs. So they have to at least try to get 4 lines using the vocabulary words that they learned in the unit. This is just a fun, engaging way to get the class excited. I have my students do it, and I have them battle each other, which is really cool. So once students are done with the unit, their assignments will be graded. Also, teachers, you have resources that you can use. It gives you an overview of the terms that the students will explore. They also have handouts that you can do with your students before you get started. Or you have the standards. If you need to align your standards with the state, with your specific state, you have that option as well. And I think that's really amazing. In order to view your students' results, you'll go back to My Classes and you'll go to the class that they were assigned to. Then you'll see the assignments that they submitted. And if you see here, it'll show you how many students submitted the assignments. And then you're able to go to view. And you can see the student scores. You can see a summary of all the students. You can see it individually. Or you can get a comprehension analysis that'll show you the question. It'll show you their answers by questions. So how many students got one question specifically wrong, or how many students got one right. So you know that they're good on that topic. They might need to focus more on another topic. And I love this about vocabulary. All of this data can be used for the teacher to help students in what they need and what they need to understand. So that is vocabulary from a teacher's perspective. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope that you guys use vocabulary in the near future.